Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're doing some drag racing with my Audi S3. So what I want to do is see what sort of quarter mile times I can get from this stock motor Audi S3. I want to see how fast I can get it down the quarter mile completely stock. Once that's done, I'm going to flash it to stage 1 and I'm going to see what that little bump up in power does to its quarter mile time. It'll be interesting to see and to just get that data. You know, this is something that I never actually got to do with my Stagia, which was a big part of this channel going back to last year and the preceding couple of years. So I really want to see what this can do in stock form and then start turning the power up and see what it can do after that. So yeah, we're just waiting for one more mate to show up with his 400-ish horsepower Stagia, Dan. So once he's here, we're all gonna head off to the track. So we'll check back in there. Peace. Hey guys, what's going on? We're here, we're checked in at Willowbank. We got the official race car numbers. What do you reckon, boys? Should we get it tattooed?
Official race car
Tattooed. 771.
771.
So we were just making a bit of a joke that, now it's officially a race car. It's got the numbers, it's all checked in, scrutineering's done. And then I kind of realized that this is probably the slowest car within about a 3-kilometer radius of us right now, because there's so many high-powered cars.
An extra race than this. What do you reckon, 40 down the quarter?
40 minutes. 779. Dan Stagg. Official race car.
It has been once before.
Alright, what do you reckon? Should we go and sort out our cars and go get in line?
Yeah.
Go make a hit?
Yep.
We're just heading back down to the paddock to drop off the boys who aren't allowed to come in the car. Sorry, right here.
It's fine.
And we're also going to take a bunch of the stuff out of my car and dump that into Mike's car or Renier's car as well. We're just going to go sort this boring stuff out in the paddock here, and then I'll set the cameras back up. We'll have the interior shot, and I'll set up the draggy as well, and I'll try and splice them all together. So I'll check back in then. Peace. Alrighty guys, we're just going to go line up for our first hit. Now, I've launched this car a few times on the street, let's say, but never in a proper setting where I can just go as long as I want to. So this is pretty exciting. Gonna go line up. We're ready to go. We've got Dan in front of us. See how we go.
Okay.
Holy shit. 171. Oh my god. Woo! Holy shit! 171! Oh my god. Woo-wee. Oh, my brakes did not like that at all. But let's have a look. That was the worst reaction time. We both just sat there forever. 14.08. That was bad. Alright, so that time I ran a 14.197 quarter with a reaction time of 1.4 seconds. Because both Dan, who was in the lane next to me, and myself just sat there for ages once the light went green going, huh? Is that? We're supposed to go. So, you live and you learn, I suppose. 2.49 60 foot. Like, this is terrible. Look, like I said, it's a learning experience. We just gotta line up and do it again. 14.19. That's faster than my Forester was. I think the fastest time my Forester ran was a mid 14. 14.5 rings a bell. So I've got an official time slip that says 14.197. There you go. So we're gonna go line back up again, do it again. Okay, so they're trying to line us up together, which is cool. So I get to go with Dan again, which is awesome. So this time I've got everything under control, I think. I've got traction control off. I've got gearbox in sport. And I know where I need to stop for the 2 staging beams, which is half the battle to try to remember from last time. But yeah, I think I got it this time. So should be able to actually leave with some RPM and some boost. So we'll see how we go. There's some serious cars here. Gearbox overheating. There goes Dan. Gearbox overheating. There goes Dan. Alright, so the issue that time was my gearbox hit 90 degrees, which is about what I found from past experience. That's the issue. That's when it starts throwing error codes. Thanks very much. Reaction time was good. So 0.24 reaction time, that's pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. 60 foot was 2.2. Yeah, I mean I coasted to a 17-second pass that time. It is what it is. Alright, so we're gonna go and let the car cool off a little bit, wait until it gets down to about 80 degrees I think, gearbox temp, then I'll try and give it a proper launch. Alright, so that run, what was I trying to say? Heat seems to be the problem today after driving an hour on the highway to get here. So we lined up, got the staging beam, and I got up on launch control. Can't speak.
That's what happened.
So we lined up at the staging line, and I brought the car up onto launch control, and it sounded okay, and then in the middle of holding launch control, my dash flashed an error, gearbox overheat, gearbox temp overheat, whatever it is. Please adapt driving style. It's very polite. The Audi's very polite in telling you to, hey, don't fucking do that again. Please adapt driving style. So then when the light went green and I took off, it kind of like backfired for the first like couple of seconds or whatever. So ended up coasting to a 17-second quarter mile, which isn't great. So
It was sick.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so we're just gonna let the cars cool off for a little bit, go grab something to eat, hopefully bring the gearbox temp back down to about 80 degrees where it's pretty comfortable and it gives me a bit of like, what's the word? Leeway. That's not the word I was looking for. What's the word I was overhead. It gives me a bit of overhead
yeah.
if the gearbox temp is at about 80 degrees, 82 degrees before I start a run. That gives me enough overhead to get up to the staging lane, to the end, and come back and shut it off again, and it shouldn't be over 90 degrees. So we'll try that this time, let it cool off a bit longer, and not just do a back-to-back pass. I think that was the other issue that time, was we completed that first pass and then lined up straight away again. So did you guys see? Did you guys see our terrible launches on that first run?
Yeah, and the second one was like hesitation.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
First time nerves. Or first time in 10 years nerves.
Yeah, that's right. Been a long time, unfortunately. But that's why it's called test and tune.
Test and tune, yeah. Yeah, there's a reason we're not racing for pinks. So, all right, we'll leave it there for a little bit, guys, and we'll check back in when we head up to the staging lane for the next time.
Go again.
Yeah?
We got really good photos. Yeah. Yeah. Same deal.
Oh no! Like I'm gonna print that out if I can.
Yeah, those.
Hell
Just crop me out so that way it's just you. I mean, you can leave me in if you want to make it feel like you're beating me off the line.
That's right. That's what it looks like.
Man, I'd be happy by the time we're all done and dusted. finish fucking spending money, I'd be happy with a high 10.
Yeah, that's my goal.
That's. I just want to crack into 10s, and then I'm like, cool, done.
Yeah. That's honestly my goal. That's always been my goal since watching Fast and Furious. Is a 10-second cut. Right, let's go eat. I'm dying.
Honestly, we should chat to them.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get some food.
Alright, where are we going?
To the food place.
They got burgers and chips and fish and chips.
Nice. Alright, so we just went and had a feed, and we're back at the cars now, and my gearbox temp for the Audi has dropped to about 72 degrees according to my OBD11 reader, so I think that's pretty good to give it another crack. I might be able to get another 1 or 2 runs in before we creep up to that 90 degree threshold. So let's go and line up again and give it a crack. Alright, here we go, gearbox is down to 70 degrees. Dan's dropped out because he's having some problems with his stager, that's alright. Hell. Woo! Holy crap. My fucking god. Gearbox temp is only up to 78 degrees, so I reckon I might have another one left in it. Oh my god. 13.14 is what Draggy says. Can grab the time slip, we'll have a look now. Awesome.
Cool play.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Cheers. Let's have a look, guys. What do we get? 13.18. Yes. Oh my god. That's cool. 13.18. Reaction was even a little slow that time. That was 0.42 reaction. 60 foot was 1.93. That's where it should be. Which I think it's got more in it than that. I am stoked with that for right now. That's the first good run I've had of the night where I've actually launched properly using launch control. Launched at the start instead of delaying myself by a second or two. It's still 0.4 of a second reaction time, so that needs work. But overall, guys, I'm so happy with that. That's cool as. I reckon we've got one more good run, and then we might let it cool off again for another half hour or so and see what happens. All right, here we go, lining up again. Oh my god, that was not a good launch though. Brakes are not liking this slowing down from 178 kilometers an hour. Oh my goodness. Alright, so Draggy says 13.1. I'm about to get my time slip. We'll see how accurate that was. I'm hoping for a high 12. How you going?
There you go.
That's good. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
So there you go, 13.1 again. Phew. Alright, let's go park up and look at some of these. Oh yeah, reaction time was terrible for that one. Something weird happened on the launch that time too. Oh my god, I was in efficiency mode that time. Holy crap. Oh my god. Okay, so after the last good run, I put the car in efficiency mode to cruise back, just because I know it goes into neutral sometimes when you let off the throttle. So I was trying to let the gearbox cool down, so I put it into efficiency mode. So just then, I forgot about that when I launched. The engine was still in efficiency mode, and I still managed a 13.1. So this has a 12 in it. If I can nail the launch, I reckon I can get a 12 tonight without changing anything. So close, 13.1. All right, so it's getting a little bit late and a little bit dark, as you can see. Managed a, 13.1 second, or two 13.1 second passes that time, and that was with a couple of things going wrong. I actually ran the second time in efficiency mode, which I just have no excuse for. I guess I did that to try to keep gearbox temperatures down on the return road, and I just never turned it off. So yeah, the second pass I actually ran the whole pass in efficiency mode and still managed a 13.1. So that sort of says to me that there's at least a high 12 in this car as it is at the moment, if I actually do everything correctly. So what we've done since I pulled the car off is we've kind of gone through my car and not gutted it, but I still had like a backpack in here. Yeah, a bit of weight reduction. So took out a backpack that I had that was probably about 5 kilos, a couple of towels and bits and pieces, rags for oil, that sort of stuff. And I think I'm going to take out the Space Saver wheel as well. What do you reckon?
Kilos, yeah.
A couple of kilos?
Maybe 10.
10 kilos for a wheel? Yeah,
5, 10.
They're pretty heavy.
Probably, yeah. Saver, yeah, 10, actually, that's probably... Yeah. Hell yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're going to take the Space Saver out now as well. Let the gearbox cool off again, back down to about 70 or 80 degrees, line up again, and if I can get a 12-second pass of any sort, even at 12.99, I'm counting it. That's done. I'm happy with the night.
Taking the Space Saver out. Let's go.
Let's go. What about these USB cables? Fire extinguisher.
Ooh, we might need that. All right, we got the clamp, whatever that is.
Give him the clamps.
Ooh.
Nice. Wow. What do you reckon?
That is...
All right, goblet squats, go.
Yeah, that's like 10. Maybe more.
It's a massive goblet.
Catch.
There we go. All right, so that's the car put on a diet.
You could very quickly pull out your back seat. Whether it fits in his car or not is a different story.
I kind of want to leave it as full street trim.
Yeah, true.
Just for the sake of saying that it is actually still full street trim.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, once I get to the point where I'm like stage 1 or stage 2 tuned and I'm fighting for tenths of a second.
Yeah.
I guess I am fighting for a tenth of a second at the moment.
Technically, well, 2 tenths right now.
Yeah, but you're trying to do like a realistic...
Yeah, like this is my family car that I drive to and from work. And
That's
yeah.
right. We're not trying to squeeze rate reduction.
All right, so we won't take the rear seats out for now, but it's an option.
Probably...
But hey, if we get to a 13 flat, maybe we'll take it out and see what happens.
Yeah. If we get to a 13 flat, there's going to be a lot of swear words. So here's something else that I realized I can remove from my car. It's 1 litre of oil, because I've learned very quickly the Audi life is very thirsty for oil. So I always keep that handy, but that's a whole kilo at least. What do you reckon? A litre of oil is probably a kilo?
Roughly.
But it's still full street trim, so I'm happy about that. All right, let's go see what it runs this time. Alrighty guys, this is maybe the last hit of the night. We're gonna see if we can get a 12-second pass after putting the Audi on a diet, taking all the spare crap out of this car. So I'm just gonna cross my fingers and my toes and make sure we're in dynamic mode, not in efficiency. There we go. Let's see how we go. Alrighty. Traction control is good. Wait a second. There we go. According to Draggy, that was a 12.98 second pass. So we'll go and pick up the time slip now and just see. Gearbox is still good. I could make a second hit if I wanted to, but let's go and check out what this looks like. Let's have a look at some of the data, and then we'll see if it's worth going again or if we'll just call it a night there. How you going?
Good, thanks. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks very much. Yes! 12.98! Got into the 12s. Holy cow. That's completely stock Audi S3. No tune. No engine work. Nothing. No bolt-ons. 12.98 seconds with a correct launch. If I can dial that down a little bit, I reckon I've got a mid 12. Is that asking too much? Guys, I am stoked. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Alrighty guys, that was sick. 12.98, but also, just before I do a quick recap, they just called that this is gonna be our last run. So I'm just gonna quickly go, get back in line and try and get that one more time. See if I can get a good run on the draggy. Because for some reason, I haven't been able to get many good runs on the draggy. So the footage is gonna be kind of weird. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Alrighty guys. Whoop. Where are we? Damn it. Fucking hell. What the fuck happened that time? Not really sure what happened that time. It wouldn't come up on launch control at all for some reason. That's alright. Let's coast home. That was weird. I'm not sure what that was about. Alright, so my gearbox yelled at me that time. So that's fine, I'll take the 12.9. I know it's got more in it, but I'll call it there. And yeah, it's jumped up to 88 degrees, which means on the launch it probably spiked up to about 90 or so. So that's alright. I know the limitation of this car now. Probably trying to get 2 back-to-back runs is no good. Let's go and have a look at some of the stuff and we'll call it a night. Alright, so there you guys go. That was a 12.98 second quarter mile pass for my stock Audi S3. So thank you very much to the guys for being the support crew tonight and helping strip some weight out of this car. So I really want to actually weigh this. Like after taking all of the crap out of it, I'm curious what it actually weighs now. So that might be the next thing I do is head to the dump. The dump. Yeah, exactly.
I need to throw this green waste away.
So there were scales at the scrutineering shed here, but we couldn't use them today. They had a bunch of cars on them that they didn't have the keys for to move off the scales. So that's a shame, but maybe next time when we come back, hopefully we can do that. That'll be really interesting to see. So yeah, there you go, 12.98. I'm stoked. I'm very excited. I was very scared at the end of that run, as you could probably tell from the video. I couldn't control the sound that came out. It was just like weight against my chest. That is the fastest I've gone, 12.98 seconds now. Before it was like 14, 15 seconds. So this car has a lot of potential. I think what I need to do though, because I kept being hampered by gearbox overheating issues, clearly I need to address that. So maybe that's going to mean flushing the trans or just replacing the fluid, and then we might come back after that and see how we go. Or I might also add a transmission cooler as well. So I might do those 2 or 3 things and also flash the stage 1 tune and then come back, and then hopefully I can do some back-to-back passes and try and improve on that 12.98. Try and get a bit deeper into the 12s, maybe a mid 12 or a low 12.
Would be nice.
Would be nice. If you look at the times, and I'll put the slip from the best run that I had tonight up now. In theory, if I can manage to, get off the mark a bit better, that should bring that 12.9 down to about a mid 12. So I think it's possible. I just need to be better. So look, I think that's it. We're gonna pack all the stuff up. We're gonna rescue all the crap from this car and that car, put it back in this car, and yeah, we'll live to fight another day.
It's been a good night.
It's been a good night. We didn't break anything yet.
Thankfully.
Yet.
Yeah, we're still gonna drive home.
Still gonna drive home. Dude. So next time I think Renier was saying that he wants to actually run his GR Yaris down the track as well. So Renier's is actually a manual, and so he's a little bit worried about
breaking stuff,
launching, burning the clutch, that sort of stuff.
Well, we'll see how we go.
Just see how we go. It's literally just like driving like you're just taking off from a set of lights.
Yeah.
Just for the first couple of passes and just try to see how it feels, and if you can do that and run a 13 or something, cool.
And if we can get a night like tonight where we can get a few passes in, your first 2 or 3 passes, doesn't matter what you do there. That's just learning you being on there.
Yeah.
Because it's a different experience, like being on the street and giving it a hit to actually coming here. There's lots of distractions, like the tree being the lights and like that. You kind of got to forget that. Wait till the light goes green.
Yeah.
let them go, do whatever they want to do, and just concentrate on your thing first until you're ready.
Yeah.
The first night that you come here, or first couple of nights that you come and do this,
just do chill.
you'll just be like, you'll be running 1.7 reaction times.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I've got
you've had issues. Well, weight, but also it's not. There's something wrong with Dan Stagg. I don't know if I've actually mentioned too much about this tonight, but Dan Stagia is having some issues. It's not boosting properly. What's it tuned for?
406.
No, like boost.
Oh, 20 pound. But we're only hitting 15 and struggling to do so.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just had some work done to his wastegate in the last week. We think some of the lines might be around the wrong way. We tried to fix them tonight, but it's still just hitting basically wastegate pressure. So he never got an actual good run in. I think the best, I mean, you got a 15?
15.7.
15.7 at 15 pounds and a 1700 kilo stager. That's actually pretty good, I think.
But considering, well, the first time I ever actually took it out, I think my best, and I'm sure I'll be able to find the slip to show you, but I think it was like a 14.9 or something. But that was stock at 194 horsepower and 10 psi. We'll figure out whatever's going on and we'll come back.
Cool. So there you go. That's Dan Stagg. Next time, I reckon we'll have that figured out. Hopefully by the time we come back, I'll have the Audi with a transcooler, or at least have some fluid replaced and that sort of stuff. I'll have, hey?
You'll have a cooler on.
I'm literally going home and I'm going to start Googling like Audi S3 oil coolers. Yeah.
Sweet, do also any truck day you like.
Yeah. How to go faster. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me and to the boys. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, that really helps me out. And we'll see you in the next one.